All right, back with another video. So you know what's incredibly frustrating to me is when I go to pour a bourbon in the evening after a long day, all I want to do is just sip on an ice cold bourbon, and I go and I look and there's no ice in the freezer. And unfortunately, this has been happening for a while. I have an ice maker that has intermittently been making ice for a long time, and I probably should have fixed it before now, but I've just been dealing with it. But here recently, it's pretty much just totally stopped making ice, so I'm over it. My wife's over it. We're tired of buying bagged ice or putting trays in the freezer. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a new ice maker in the refrigerator, and I thought I'd show you guys how I'm going to do it. So if you want to tackle it yourself, you can do that. Pretty easy job, actually. I've never done this, but I got to looking up how to do it. It's pretty much just one connector, couple of screws, that's it. So first thing we're going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and unplug, just as an extra precaution. I'm going to unplug the refrigerator since I am going to be unplugging an electrical connector in there. So after I do that, I'm going to show you guys how I'm doing this. I've had this refrigerator for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now. Overall, it's been great. But like I say, the ice maker has flaked out on me. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bin out, which is really simple. You pretty much just grab it, kind of lift up on it a little bit. It slides right out. You can see no ice. And so I'm going to come back over here, and with an ice maker, like I say, you've pretty much got 2 screws. I'm going to try and get inside here and show you. So you have a screw there, and you have a screw there that holds it to the side of the freezer. So on this ice maker, and probably a lot of ice makers, obviously different models may have different sizes, or they may just be like a Phillips head screw. But this one uses a 1/4 inch nut driver, which I actually have sitting right here. So I'm going to be using this 1/4 inch nut driver to just actually loosen those screws. You don't have to take them all the way out, okay? Because once you loosen them, you're actually just going to be able to raise up on the ice maker and slide it off of those screws. The other thing that you have to do is, you may be able to see up in there, there's an electrical connector. That's the only electrical connection you're going to have to deal with. So you're just going to unplug that, and then you're going to take your ice maker out. So I'm going to get busy doing that, and I'll show you what it looks like when I have it pulled out. Alright guys, so I actually didn't think I was going to be able to fit my phone in here to show you guys what was going on, but I think this might work. So I'm going to get my 1/4 inch nut driver. It's kind of hard for me to see, actually. So I'm just going to kind of feel in here where that, there we go. Oh, didn't get it on there. There we go. I think it's on. So I got my 1/4 inch nut driver on there. I'm just going to loosen it up a little bit. Okay, so I got that one loosened up. Now I'm going to move up here to this one. Try and get it on there. I think it's on there. Loosen that one up a little bit. Okay, there we go. So now let's see if I can raise this thing and get it up off there. I may have not loosened this one enough. So let's get this up in here. Okay. And loosen this back one just a little bit more if I can. Okay, and there we go. Voila. It is off of the side of the fridge. And so now you pretty much have real easy access to this connector once you do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this connector off here. There are a couple little tabs on the side that you squeeze and you unplug. So phone out of here. If you notice, got my Buffalo Trace distillery hat sitting right there. I wasn't kidding about sitting down and drinking a nice cold bourbon at night. So here we go. This is what an ice maker outside of your freezer looks like. I'm going to close the freezer so all of the cold air doesn't escape. So the question is, how do you know what type of ice maker to get? Well, you probably look it up by your refrigerator model, but like on this ice maker, on the back side of the ice maker, you got this little blue label. So it has right there, it's got your part number, it's got your model number. So you can probably just jump online. I got on Amazon, and actually before I got on Amazon, I called, because I was just wanting to get this done kind of quick, I called a couple of the local appliance repair shops that carry parts, and so yeah, I called a couple of the local appliance repair shops that carry parts and asked them if they had this ice maker in stock. They said they did, but both of them wanted over $100 for this ice maker. I knew I could get it cheaper online, so I jumped on Amazon and I ended up finding one for about 60 bucks, 63 bucks shipped or something. Obviously it's going to vary depending on the type of ice maker you need. I'll throw a link in the description. If you're looking for an ice maker, you can click on the link, and you don't have to get this ice maker necessarily, but you can just go up in the search bar on Amazon and search whatever part number you need, and I'll bet it'll pull it up. There's a lot of stuff on there. Obviously, if you have a much older refrigerator, maybe a little bit harder to find, but newer refrigerators, you'll probably be able to find it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the new ice maker in, because I ordered it actually a few days ago, and it came in yesterday, so I'm going to start putting it in. Here is my beautiful new ice maker. Looks pretty much the same to me, so I'm hoping it goes in just as easy as the other one came out. I'll plug it up and we've got ice. Okay, so one thing I want to point out real quick that I almost just forgot to do: when you're putting this ice maker back in, there is a water tube, and I'm going to go ahead and take my phone. Okay, there's a water tube that comes out of the back of the freezer, and that has to go down in this little thing of the ice makers, because that's how the water actually gets distributed throughout the tray. So it's real easy to just mount the ice maker in there and the tube not be sitting to where the water goes down in that tray. And then what's going to happen is water is going to shoot all over your freezer, and you don't want that. So just make sure when you're putting this ice maker back there, you let that tube rest down in there. Okay guys, there we go. I've got the new ice maker in there. I've got it plugged up. So pretty much all I need to do now is put that ice bin back in there, plug the refrigerator back in, and hopefully I've got ice. Hopefully this video was useful. It would cost quite a bit to have an appliance repairman come out and replace this, because they're probably going to pick up an ice maker from their local appliance repair shop that stocks it, and the part itself is going to be over $100. Then you're going to have to pay for the appliance repair guy to come out. You're probably going to, I'll bet, spend $250 at least, or maybe more, $250 to $300, just to get an appliance repair person out to put the new ice maker in. You saw it's as easy as 2 screws, 1 electrical connection. Take the old one out, put the new one in, you're done. So this is an easy DIY project. So any of you people out there who need to put a new ice maker in, you're getting frustrated because you don't have any ice, try and tackle this yourself. Pull the old ice maker out, look up the part number, order a new one probably off Amazon would be your best bet, and you're done. You're back in business. You've got ice again. Okay guys, if you don't mind, if you got a little bit of use out of this video, like the video. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. You don't have to, but I always love, when DIYers get on there, they ask questions. I'll do my best to answer questions. And what I've seen a lot of times is a video will kind of spark a conversation in the comments, And then there are other people out there who know a ton about this stuff, and they can come back and answer questions. So please like, subscribe, comment if you like the video or if you have questions. Other than that, have an awesome day. Keep DIYing and saving money. See ya.